We're back. Good evening. I'm your host, the man on willpower. I'm joined here by Taylor and Travis. I think this is a unique combination for us. We
Yeah,
are
this is a first.
It is. I don't think we've had this combination yet.
Yeah.
yeah, we haven't, I don't think, but it's a combination as old as time, really. So
Oh yeah.
Is it a combination or a permutation? I could never remember the difference.
Geez, dude, it's a
Oh,
combination.
we got a real George Malley over here. We got a
George Malley.
Yeah, I think I saw a light.
Young George Malley. You got young. Let's check out this Sora video.
Hi, Sophie. Thanks for having
What
us.
the fuck is this?
You started
That's
a
pretty good.
podcast.
Oh, nice.
oh,
You get your cat on the you get your cat on the
That's so
podcast.
funny. Oh my god.
It's so good.
We should, you know what we should do is like get that Giga Chad Taylor picture and actually bring those memes we made to life.
Wow.
Make
Have
sore videos with it.
Yeah, have like Giga Chad Taylor leading a Roman legion.
I'd love to put that Giga Chad version of me on like one of those Agartha edits.
the Agartha shit's crazy.
I love that stuff. It's so funny.
Have you seen the like We Are Charlie Kirk Agartha edit?
Yeah.
I was
Soldier,
indulging in
they're gonna plant a soy bomb near the Agartha portal. You have to stop them.
Yeah. I was indulging Instagram a bit, and it was like, these are the top 5 songs of 2025, and it's number 5, We Are Charlie Kirk. Number 4, and it's just like different remixes of We Are Charlie Kirk. It was like Agartha edit was the number 1, I think.
Yeah.
I will say rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Anyway, we are
all Charlie Kirk.
He's a martyr. Can you say you're a martyr?
No.
Nope. Anyway, let's pay some respects to Dante, who couldn't join. His
throat.
His voice is gone. I don't know. What do you think about that, suspicious Gooby?
It sounds like he went down to the local swingers club and just took too many to the back of the throat.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll just have to see what Gooby thinks. But he did send us in something. So this is a podcast first. We're gonna try and play an MP3 on the show. Let's see if it works.
Hello, children. This is the voice of Dante Triple Stash Monteleone speaking to you from beyond the grave. I've unfortunately succumbed to the temptations of the dark mistress Sabrina and imbibed a bit too much in that sweet espresso she's been serving up like a siren in the ruins of the Library of Congress. Graciously, the angel Michael has allowed me this fine lapse in purgatory to bring you a fable of phenomenal proportions. This is a tale of 2 Georges, one a simple country folk who spends his days as an automobile defiler, and the other a city-dwelling importer-exporter who moonlights as a world-renowned architect. One gangly and deranged, the other rotund and slovenly, one with a full mane of luscious locks and double philtrum, and the other bald and suffering from shrinkage. One George is brawler, fighting the barracudas and the Puerto Ricans where he finds them, and the other is beta, on the receiving end of atomic wedgies from gym teachers and Van Buren boys alike. But these 2 Georges have one fantastic thing in common. They've both been blessed with a gift beyond mortal measure, but their fates could not be more different. They cured disease, saved countless lives, enlightened the world with their talents in the arts and sciences. One went so far as bestow his guidance upon New York Yankee Derek Jeter, without whom would never become the Capital One spokesperson he is today. Nevertheless, this gift was temporary, sucked away from our Georges in the prime of their lives, akin to how a Wall Street banker might guzzle soup from Dorsea. One George's gift came with a lump, A lump so large as claimed what was left of his noggin after years from engram's taming and Thetans fainting, taking his soul along with it. The other George escaped such a fate, having lost his gift to a Portuguese waitress when his loins could bear no longer be without that divine Dunkin' Donuts ice spice caramel mocha late. In the end, the latter George returned to mediocrity, the only remnant of his gift a notch post in his rather stubby bedpost. I can't stand to watch our Georgie boy go without his pizza any longer. I leave you with this last morsel. Was it better to have ridden the bull and lost, or to have never ridden the bull at all?
Holy shit.
My time is
God
waning.
damn.
To Michael I must return.
That's-
Carry on, fellow
so we
traveler,
gotta
and bring with
put
you
the banner
tale
up.
of
Hang
two
the
Georges.
banner.
That was good.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Wow. Dante's got a real gift. That was
Holy shit.
incredible.
Now, did he write that though, or did the AI?
Well,
There's no way the
final
AI
say.
wrote that. That was way too chock full of
He has
references and
editorial.
jokes.
Oh my god. The he was
Almost,
biting too
it was
much
like
of
written
that.
like a Crawdaddy Jackson reveal.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. We gotta
got
give
it.
Dante a promotion.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Anyway, well, let's get into it. I'm gonna just tweak my audio a little bit. I think
That's a great way to kick off the show.
Okay, so I'm not
that
really
was
sure what his thesis was, and it sounded like half of it was about Seinfeld, but I think it was all true. So let's Phenomenon, a movie I finished half an hour ago. It is my mom's favorite Travolta film. Her favorite was Michael before, but then she said her favorite was Phenomenon. And then yeah, so I just finished it after I got coffee. I'm actually one of Sabrina Carpenter's top listeners. I'm her top guy. I was just listening to her while I was sipping my espresso. Whoa, Sabrina Carpenter needs me. Oh wait, yeah, let's just get something on.
I was reading the lyrics of what's that song called? House Tour.
House Tour. It's a Greek level innuendo because her body's the house.
Correct. Yeah, well, Hannah was like playing it, and then I was like listening to it, and then I was like, I gotta look at the lyrics to this.
Unfortunately, her tour is now going to South America, so it'll be a bit hard to catch her for a while, I think, unless I get on a plane to Brazil. But crazier things have happened, you know.
I think you'll just have to wait for the next album to come out, Nick. I think she'll definitely be hitting all the major cities.
I'm hoping.
Probably be really expensive.
Not if you get on the American Express pre-sale VIP.
This card is Pencilmatic. It's Frostomatic.
For only a $700 annual fee, you too can have the opportunity to buy things sooner than other people.
It's 1.5% cash back-o-matic.
This website is crazy. Look at this mouse effect.
Is that like her?
Oh, I think she's gonna be at Coachella.
Dude, this is actually, I think this website is kind of weird. I might have to reach out to her to redesign it. Dude, what the fuck? Is there merch?
She's definitely got merch on here.
I was
Shop.
trying to buy a man's best friend shirt, but I couldn't find one. They're like,
Sorry, not Coachella. Lollapalooza. My brain just like.
Nick, you should get the pajama set.
I actually really like that she's bringing back this style of like website where it's not all. It doesn't look like, well, Facebook, which is all just white plain. It's really. It's like, you know, it's styled out. Let's look at the shirts though. I want one that's just the cover of Man's Best Friend though on a shirt, and I just don't think I've seen it anywhere. That's why I want to go to. Maybe I'll look on eBay.
Oh, she's got a lot of merch. Oh my gosh.
Most of it's women's, unfortunately.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't think women listen to Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about Phenomenon. I'll go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard
You guys go
because
first.
it's gonna be hard because there's not the fucking entire movie on YouTube like all the other movies we watch. So we're gonna
Sucks.
be going on quite the expedition here. Um, I will give my thoughts first. Overall, I liked it. I think I have a few critiques. I don't know if it was perfect, but I think I enjoyed watching it, and I thought it had a very, very nice message. What were your thoughts, Taylor?
I'm pretty much in the same boat. I definitely don't think it was perfect, but I did really enjoy watching it. I could probably say for just about every scene, I really like um the color saturation, the way it was shot,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
um, the
Yeah.
like the way everybody's skin look like it just looks incredible. I know that sounds
I
really
don't know if
weird,
you'd
but
call
like
that the cinematography. No, I felt the same way. Everything was very pleasant to look at. It
like all the
felt like
scenes out in the evening where
yeah,
George runs out and he's looking up at the trees. The trees are so lush looking. Everything just looks incredible. I feel
yeah.
like you
I
could
don't.
probably say that about just about every old movie, but it really just
No,
reminds
this
you
one
that,
in particular looks really. Yeah.
the people that make movies now are fucking retarded. Like it can't be that
Whoa,
hard.
whoa.
They're not skilled in their craft. Sorry.
Oh, Mikey, what do you want? You want a pizza pie?
Yeah. So
But yeah, that's about my introductory
yeah,
thoughts.
that's a good point. It looked really nice. It's one of the nicest looking movies I've seen. What about you, Travis?
Overall, I thought it was decent.
Mhm.
I think that my opinion of it started to sour the longer it went on. I think it
Mhm.
fell a little
Mhm.
flat in the end, but I had pretty high hopes like during the first half.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know. It almost was like a joke without a punchline. But
Mm.
Very provocative. Well, it sounds like we all have some,
overall, I
yeah.
thought it was good.
Yeah, where do you want
I
to
do agree. I'll save my thoughts for the ending when we get there, but I do agree with that. It soured a bit at the end. That I feel like
Mhm.
that's my main critique is at the end.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, how do we want to do we want to maybe I'm not sure if I'm not sure how much there is to talk about each of the scenes. I'm trying to think if we
Do we want to talk Scientology first, and then we can maybe
I
just
kind of
hop
want to
around
just
some
talk about
scenes?
like high level topics and then maybe we can pick out a few scenes if we want. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the Scientology. What are your thoughts on it? Because the abilities he gets are like I think you could read this movie outside of Scientology, but he does sort of get the abilities of OT8.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I
no,
was thinking that the whole time.
I think this is maybe one of the most heavy-handed um presentations of receiving like Scientology enlightenment that
mhm,
I've ever
mhm.
seen that we've watched
Yeah.
so far.
What? Yeah. Let me look up what the powers are.
But I think it's critical that at the end he and throughout the film really he is anchored in this idea that it's all within him. It's
Hmm.
not like it wasn't aliens, it wasn't, whatever. It was
Hmm.
always inside of him.
Yeah.
And that anybody can do that.
Is that is that within the teachings of Scientology? Maybe because I guess because you have your thetans inside of you.
Yeah, yeah, that was my
Mm.
take on it.
But it was interesting because it wasn't explicitly Scientologist, and it's weird because he didn't have to audit. He just he just got the powers. Maybe it would be too heavy-handed if he had to audit or something. But I
Kind
don't
of
even know if
did.
the
He
director.
kind of did get some auditing done. It wasn't like explicitly said, but he did all these tests, and you could say
But he,
like
yeah.
sitting down with the doctor and like even playing chess was kind of like a representation of that.
I want to see if the director was a Scientologist.
I guess the question is like, was it extraterrestrial or was it the tumor?
He has a weird line where he says, "If it was a tumor or an alien, I would choose the tumor," which I thought it was just a tumor, which so I don't really know what to make of that.
Just have a hard time believing like how like the movie a lot of times pans to like the night sky and the stars, and I don't know, I just have a hard time believing that it was just the tumor.
Yeah, it doesn't. I, I think it
Holy
has to be that.
shit.
Whoa.
So the director's wife's brother was stoned to death.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Damn. Anyway, continue. Continue. Don't worry about that.
I think it's essential to the Scientology angle that it's the tumor, and that when the doctor wants to excise the tumor, he rejects that. I think that's. I
it's
think
almost
the
like
aliens is more like it's like the simpletons in the town, like it's easier for them to understand that.
Mhm.
it's almost like Scientology coded, where it's like this OT level 8 is like coming from the beyond somewhere, but it's also
Yeah.
inside of you. So it's
Mm,
almost like metaphor for like Scientology, but probably they don't want it to be like heavy-handed.
yeah, if it wasn't deft enough, it would be, you'd just call this propaganda or whatever.
I think, yeah. It's yeah, I don't know. I don't think there were aliens. I think it's more like he's waking up to that he's a part of the universe, which is why he's always looking at stars and trees and stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
because he has the one dialogue in that I liked where he says, I mean, you could read this as non-Scientology as a person getting sort of greater spiritual awakening, but it does map onto the OT levels very very closely. But he does have one dialogue where he's moving the pencil, and they say or the pen, and he says, I'm not telling it what to do. I'm just asking it because we're all made of energy." So I thought that was a pretty interesting view. It's just like he's becoming one with the universe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
rather than like having like an alien give him power to rule over it. Yeah, I don't know though. It's kind of unrealistic though because Travolta doesn't pay, $70,000 to get to to get to OT level
Uh,
8.
yeah, no, he didn't fork over any money. Completely unrealistic, absolutely unplayable.
Is I just is Turtle Taub? Is he? I'm trying to find if this guy. I don't think it confirms whether he's a Scientologist or not, but I don't know. It seems like it.
I
At
don't.
least he's
It's
on
not on
file.
his Wikipedia.
I won't say he is, but these ideas seem very similar. Yeah, so I would say like pretty overt Scientology symbolism, but I mean, yeah, I mean we already talked
And
about that with Battlefield Earth, so I don't. It's just
and I
funny.
do. Another part that I thought um kind of struck me as something that I think was mentioned when we watched that Scientology video was like one of the things you do when you convert is you like cut people out of your life
Yeah.
that are, non-believers that are basically like going to tell you that you're crazy or whatever. And he doesn't like really cut people off, but he does kind of like, I don't know, he rejects a lot of the people that, think he's crazy or think he's an alien or whatever. There's not a full like cutting off, but I think that scene where he breaks the mirror, you can kind of see that he just is like wants to get away from all these people because they're driving him nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, he's no longer able to relate. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
S-
No, you go, Travis.
Setting of the movie was really interesting. I don't think I've ever like seen a movie that was like John Steinbeck like California farm country set. I think that was a
No,
first for me.
I thought it
Yeah.
was really nice seeing all that scenery.
I'd love to go see
It's
that
kind of
little
unique.
town that they shot it in. It looked really like Main
Yeah.
Street on this big hill. Kind of looked very quaint.
Yeah, I mean, I guess moving on from the Scientology stuff, I mean, let's just accept that it's kind of Scientology. It sounded like
I've got two kind of unrelated observations that I just wanted to get out before we got
for
into
sure,
some
for
more
sure. I don't really have
serious
an agenda on this.
Um, I couldn't help but notice the dog again.
Wait, which dog?
Tr- uh,
Oh,
he's got another dog.
there's
It's kind of
another
pointless.
dog.
I don't really know what to make of it. He just loves lately. These last few movies we watched, he always has a dog.
I think it's boomer coded.
I
Boomers
think it
love
is.
dogs.
Yeah.
You ever seen the movie A Dog's Purpose?
No.
It's the number
Oh,
one
I've
boomer
heard of
movie.
that.
It's the number one boomer movie of all time.
What's the shtick? Like, what is it?
It's about a dog's purpose. I don't know. I've never seen it.
2 hours?
God.
There's that other movie too, that Mark Wahlberg dog movie.
This is me watching Dog's Purpose.
Oh man.
For our listeners, it's the Clockwork Orange scene where he's strapped down. I don't know what the Mark Wahlberg scene is.
In 2015 in Costa Rica, while competing in an adventure racing World Series, American runner Mark Wahlberg gets stuck on the first day after he makes a poor decision to kayak against the tide. Blah, 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 blah. Somehow a dog gets involved.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyway. Yeah, dog.
My other stray observation. I thought Travolta really looked like Sage in this movie.
What? What?
That's crazy.
Maybe a little.
I think
He does have that kind of the
he
middle
had a
part.
striking resemblance to Sage in this.
You got to send it to Sage and let him.
Was there a
Let him
scene? Was there a scene where you were thinking
Really
that?
just
In particular?
the first scene where he's like walking around his farm. I don't know. He's just really. He doesn't generally look like Sage. I just thought he looked. I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing it.
Some movies Travolta just looks like you. I don't know.
I don't know.
One day you wake up and you're just you look like John Travolta.
I mean, at this point, I think that's a compliment. I don't know. Maybe if we
think it's
watched
a
a movie from
compliment.
2005 and we said that looks like Sage, I think that would be
Yeah.
fighting words probably.
I mean, he's anyway.
Yeah, that's we
Hearing
can
an echo.
get into some serious discussion now. Just had to get those
Wait.
off.
Let me just talk again. I thought I heard an echo come through, but maybe not. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So I don't even know. Do you want to just talk about like what our pros and cons are, or the issues we had with the movie?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will. My issue is that this movie felt like a big montage and didn't really have a plot. What you guys think about that?
Dude, the song, one of my, I think literally my biggest critique of this movie is that song that kept playing anytime things were going good or whimsical.
There was like
Do you know what
that
song I'm talking
guitar,
about?
yeah, that like guitar
Yeah,
song.
that like strummy guitar like twang started playing
Yeah.
every time something like whimsical was happening, and I was like, oh my god, if this plays one more time, I'm gonna kill myself.
It felt
It's
very boomer
so
coded.
90s. It's so 90s.
It's like it's like the I don't know, it's like the Skinner box for boomers or something, or like the bell for Pavlov's
It's
doll.
just
I
so
don't know.
overused. It
It
was
just
just
felt
that
like
same twang.
it felt like it was something to signal to boomers that you should feel whimsical now.
Yeah, yeah, it literally was. It's almost like
Something
it
weird's
almost was like
happening.
it was like the Wilhelm scream of music.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt the music choices in general were a little in your face too. Just
Yeah,
all like boomer pop songs, and I remember the scene where she cuts his hair. I was sort of that went
that
Yeah,
on
was a
way
bad
too long.
scene.
That
that
went
was a
on way
bad.
too
That was
long, man.
bad.
She's
Honestly,
rubbing.
both of their intimacy scenes were painful to watch.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I was thinking about this earlier. I I don't want to be a dick, but for the sake of the show, I will be. I feel like this actress looks kind of weird. Like, I don't know if you had.
She's in
I
other
don't know.
stuff too. I've seen her before.
I
What
don't
else
know
is
if you
she
had
in?
thoughts, or I don't know if she looked normal outside of this movie, but she just kind of is like. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Her
She's kind of
chairs were also horrendous.
she just kind of has a weird demeanor and look in this movie. I don't know. I just didn't really feel their chemistry. I was thinking they should
She
have like
has
Olivia Newton-John or something instead.
she has oh god. Like she has like the View physiognomy, right? Like she looks like she should be hosting a
Yeah.
morning show for stay-at-home moms.
Yeah, I just didn't
He is a
like
descendant of William Ellery, a signatory of the Declaration of Independence.
who?
The actress.
What's her name?
Uh, Kira Sedgwick. Sedgwick.
Kira
That's
Sedgwick.
crazy.
I guess she does sort of have that old British physiognomy. I don't know. I just
Oh, her
didn't really.
husband's Kevin Bacon.
No way. I don't know if I've ever seen a Kevin Bacon movie, to be honest.
I only hear about him. I never really see him in
Is he a
anything.
real person, or is he like AI?
The only thing I know about Kevin Bacon is that there's like 6 degrees of separation
Okay.
between me and Kevin Bacon.
He's
I feel
kind of
like
always looked like shit. Look at that one
I feel
picture
like
on the bottom.
I feel like Kevin
Like that's
Bacon
when
might
he's
be some
younger.
sort of like test balloon for government misinformation. I'm not sure if this is a real person.
Well, pull up his
He's
IMDb.
he's been in JFK, A Few Good Men, Apollo 13.
None of these
Oh,
movies are real.
Tremors. I do like Tremors.
I've never
Have you guys
seen
seen Tremors?
No.
No.
Crazy Stupid Love. I've seen that.
National Lampoon's Animal House. I've never seen this shit.
He stars in
It's
a
not.
series on Amazon Prime called I Love Dick.
Sounds like
What?
Dante.
Oh, he's in Footloose.
Look, we
Stars
can't
Kevin
spend all
Bacon.
day talking about Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. Did you guys catch that Forrest Whitaker was his friend, thus
Yeah.
prefiguring their relationship in Battlefield Earth?
Yeah. Wait, what came first? This or this came before
this.
Battlefield Earth, right?
This came before it, yeah. I think so.
I think
Interesting, like
this-
the dynamic.
Yeah. Very very interesting.
this series has made me realize that I really don't like Forrest Whitaker.
I
You don't
actually
li-
thought
you
he was
don't
pretty
like-
good in this.
I thought he was
Yeah.
fine in this. I just don't.
You know, have you ever seen the show The Shield?
No.
He's pretty awesome in that, so I kind of like him. But I respect your opinion. He was in Star Wars, though, I
It's
think.
not really like substantiated. It's just something about him.
Is it his Canto
I thought
tilt?
in this movie he was actually like a pretty. I thought his character was pretty strong.
I think he was fine in this movie as like, oh, maybe this is why I don't like him.
This was cringe, man. He was
I
in,
thought
I think,
this
Rogue
sucked.
One or something.
Yeah.
Saul
Yeah, that's a
Guerrera. Yeah, that's right.
that's a black eye on your resume.
That's a what?
A black eye,
Oh.
not a black guy. You know, like they say, like a feather in your cap or a black eye.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
no,
I just misheard. I
no,
just, just
this is a, this is
misheard.
a this is not that kind of podcast. Anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. I thought Forrest Whitaker was decent. What did you like about his character, Travis?
I just thought the character. I just thought overall the character was like pretty well done. Like he's like there's a lot of depth to the character for as little as he actually like features in
Mhm.
the movie in terms of like lines. Like
Mhm.
kind of like he's like kind of like zany, right? He's got his like little radio set up,
Yeah.
but he's kind of a loner. He's
Mhm.
kind of out of his depth. Like he's not super smart, but like John Travolta, like I don't know, just like kind of like feel for the guy.
Yeah.
He
He's
is a good
respected.
sidekick to Travolta's character. I agree.
Yeah, if
And the
only.
like
Yeah.
the what was the he's in like a fan club for Diana Ross, or he like is the president of the fan club for
I don't
Diana
know what
Ross.
that was.
I think it was just like
I
he's
can't.
just kind of like a
I don't even know who Diana Ross is, to
he's
be
just a
honest.
goon. He's a gooner.
Yeah. He does learn to speak Portuguese, right?
Mm.
I don't know.
I
Yeah, I
thought
guess
that
he was.
whole thing was pretty
I,
funny actually.
I
How
guess he was good.
Travolta like gives him the wrong things to say, and then that like kindles their relationship.
Oh, what did he actually give him the wrong things?
Well, yeah, he was like, "Oh, here's how you say like, can you come and cook and clean?" And then Travolta like says in Portuguese like your eyes are like a poem or something.
Oh shit!
Or
I didn't realize that. Maybe this movie's more clever than I thought.
I actually really
You
liked
know,
that scene. I thought that was really good.
yeah,
yeah, no, I thought that stuff was nice. I feel like, well, aside from some of the cringe boomer scenes, I think most of the scenes felt nice to watch. Just
Mhm.
it seemed like they were just I would have liked maybe more of a through line. It just felt like these are a ton of interesting little ide- ideas, and then eventually the FBI gets involved, and that's just I don't know. What were your issues with the movie though? Like Travis, maybe.
Like cons.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go over cons. We can go over pros after. I'm more interested in the cons though now.
Yeah, I think cons. It just kind of felt like they didn't have like much of an ending in mind, or they like struggle to come up with an ending.
Yeah.
They're like this, like he's got all this great stuff, and like I almost feel like a stronger ending would have just been like he goes to the government, like to the base, and he like doesn't want to crack codes for them, and they send him to like an insane asylum, and he just like dies or something.
Mhm.
But that low point in the movie is like an hour and 10 minutes in or something, and then after that he just like goes like home, and then the movie kind of just like starts back up again, and then he has like a tumor, and you're like, well, okay. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
think it would have been. It's just
yeah,
like it almost
It's
felt like they wanted to end it with the government angle, but then they just like didn't, and like kept it going with like other
yeah.
stuff.
It's
So
almost like
I
yeah, three separate movies or something.
yeah, I agree with you, Trav. I think they probably wanted to do more of a government thing, but I think I don't know. I think the government thing would have been more interesting, but I think they still wanted it to be like a wholesome movie. I think it would have been a different movie if the government angle kind of like paid off, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I agree.
How do you have the whimsical guitar if he's getting MK Ultra?
Yeah,
on
I
a
thought it
black
was gonna
light?
end like a beautiful. I thought it was gonna end like a beautiful
Oh, don't
mind.
spoil. Actually, you can spoil it. I don't give a shit. I've never seen that movie. How does that movie end?
I think it just is. It end. I mean, spoiler alert, but I think
I
it's
don't
just
give a shit.
like they're like this guy's like crazy and gay, so we're gonna like ostracize him.
Wow. Crazy and gay. Yeah, it's just it felt I don't know, it just was like the first maybe half or third of the movie was random quirky little scenes of him getting his powers, and then it just hard pivots to the FBI or whatever picking him up. Yeah, and then he gets released, and then it hard pivots to this medical angle. It just felt kind of disjointed, and I was just like, where is this going? You don't really have a clear, yeah, you don't really know what's gonna happen. I think maybe it'd be more interesting if you knew he was terminal earlier on in the movie or something. I don't know, just the whole time
I
you're
got the
watching it,
sense that
what is
they just
happening?
like didn't like they had a good idea for a movie, and that's evidence I think by the very strong first like hour. But
Yeah,
then like that good idea, they didn't know how to like stick the landing.
it just sort of petered out. Yeah.
I do I do think that the placement of the diagnosis would have it was not positive, especially with how the ending worked. I that is a good point. I think if he knew that he had the brain tumor earlier, uh, maybe it would have felt like, and there was like something he was like striving for.
Like if he was
I
racing against the clock or something. I don't know. I'm not a
yeah, like
screenwriter, but
there's not
yeah.
really and this is my main critique with the film, and it's mostly the ending. The thing he's really striving for is just to like get with this lady. That's it. And then he finally gets it and he just dies.
Well, she is a descendant of the Declaration of Independence. So,
Yeah,
He
and then I was
intuitively
like,
knows that
I guess his like the shtick is that like he's writing down his invention for like the methane engine and like solar panels in like notebooks and giving them to this guy. But that just didn't
it
really
just
feel very
didn't.
satisfying to me.
that's a weak
Um,
payoff.
it felt, yeah, I don't know. I think, well, the other thing is just like, why wouldn't the first thing you do be to CAT scan this guy? I found it because I think I knew like bits and pieces of this movie before going into it. So when I started watching it, I assumed like, oh, he's gonna get scanned immediately, and then they're gonna figure it out. You go to the doctor with a headache, and they CAT scan you. It was just crazy to me. I don't know.
No, I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I would probably have it be like they find out if he's terminal in the beginning or near the beginning, and then maybe he knows that, but nobody else does, and he's trying to work towards something more impactful. Because all his inventions just seem kind of quirky. I don't know. Maybe he needs there's something really important that he needs to do, and then I don't know. Maybe
That's
like
what I'm
the
saying. That's why it's like unsatisfying is because he was like inventing like fertilizer and like methane engine.
yeah, like who
So
cares? I mean,
Yeah, it
yeah,
nice.
doesn't seem like he has a lot of like personal investment in any of those ideas. It's just that he kind of finds those like interesting,
Hmm.
right? Like I guess the payoff for the farming is like his buddy Forrest Whitaker is gonna benefit from them, and he's got a little garden, but it's not like I don't know.
you got to
It's
plant corn in the field.
you got to plant corn. Yeah, I mean, all these things are like on the surface kind of nice. He cares about the future and the environment, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I would rewrite this. Maybe like I would have it. He's trying to make some breakthrough with his newfound abilities, but then the government catches on, and then they don't. And that's how the government gets involved, and then they pick him up, and then you get a really dark ending where the government either just locks him away or forces the surgery on him or something. I don't know. It just I just feel like the movie needed to fit more together.
Yeah.
I am a little conflicted though, because one thing that I did like was the idea that like the government was not satisfied with what he was doing because what he was doing was like very small town. Like he was figuring out how to like help out the farmers in his town and like make parking more efficient at the local bar.
Yeah.
Which is like the government wanted him like cracking communications between Great Britain and Riyadh. And he's like trying to make like a methane engine, which I thought was a cool idea where it was like he's really smart, but he's putting his brain power to use like in a very small town way and helping out like the little guy around him, which the government is not satisfied with and wants to ostracize him for, which
Yeah.
I did like that as a concept. But then that doesn't really make the ending very satisfying when like he didn't really get to do much for the town.
It kind
I
of
guess
puts the movie in a weird place because I think the fact that he's focused on his neighbors and his friends it's a good thing about the movie, I think, like you're saying, Trev, but I think if they pivoted too hard, something that I was waiting for the shoe to drop the entire movie was that he would turn into like a Reddit like actually guy. Um that was
Yeah.
my greatest fear watching this. And I think if they made that pivot too hard, if he was like too like caught up in the big picture, I don't know. I don't know. The charm I think would have been gone, and then it might have. I don't know. I don't think that would have felt great either.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's hypothetical.
It just needs like a little tweaking and be thought through a little bit more, I think.
I think we need
I think
to.
it had some really good potential. It just needed
Oh
to
yeah.
be, I think, thought out a little bit more.
I
It's
think
like
they
you guys
needed.
said, the first hour, the first like 45 minutes or so, or I was like, whoa, this is great. I had no complaints the first part of the film.
I was sold in the beginning. I was like, this is so cozy. It was like they
Yeah.
got the little like birthday party for him, like the town he's in, super cool.
Would you,
Forrest
Travis?
Whitaker, I liked.
Would you say you had a profound sense of Dasein in the beginning of the movie?
It's Dasein.
How do you not know what Dasein is?
How do you spell it?
It's from our old friend Heidegger. The concept of being there.
I do remember now. Yeah.
Some would refer to it as there being. I felt that way in like the first half of the movie of just you're just being there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're just kind of in the moment through all these different scenes, and yeah, I just like when they're all like out a lot of outdoors scenes, but yeah, I guess
That's what I'm saying. Like I thought it was like I was like sold on it, especially like in the very beginning. I like the intro. I thought the intro was cool where it was like the stars, but then it like cuts to the like country sunset. So it's like, something like spooky and phenomenal is gonna happen with the stars, but then it like grounds it more. Then it cuts to him and his little farm. So
yeah, all those
I had high
settings,
hopes in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's discuss a few. I have a few points of discussion. Okay. I know we just had a big religious discussion yesterday, but did anyone else kind of see him as Jesus, or is that just me?
I thought that, but I kind of put that to the side just because I feel the Scientology overtones are a bit hard to ignore. So
I think there's
I
still
kind
some
of put that
overlap though, because like he's performing miracles basically, and everybody sort of rejects him. Um, I felt that he was like the Jesus of Scientology or something. I kind of thought he was gonna like kill somebody or something by accident. I don't know.
That's what I thought happened when that mirror broke. I thought he like popped the guy's head.
I actually kind of thought that too because you don't see the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, there were some. Yeah,
Is this the first time that getting the woman is a bit of a challenge for him?
I think it might
It
be.
was very hard.
Yeah. He literally had to get diagnosed with a giant brain tumor to get it.
Yeah, I don't really know what he sees in her. I felt like she was one of the weaker love interests. Like I think Olivia Newton-John should have been in this role. You know,
Yeah.
I don't even get why she doesn't like him. She's just I don't know.
I think it was more of a her thing.
She doesn't like surprises, Nick.
I don't know. What did you
Doesn't
guys
like
think of her
surprises.
character? I just found her kind of meh and kind of cringe.
I kind of feel like they, I don't know, it was almost like she needed to reject him for the movie, like the plot to what little plot there was to move along, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so she kind of just did for no reason. Obviously, it's like she had a divorce or whatever that her previous husband left her or whatever. So like you can fill in the blanks, but there's not really a great reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just
Yeah, I
doesn't
do
like
wish she would
surprises.
have gotten like. She really never got. I wish they would have like explored a little bit like what her deal was.
She's just sort of standoffish and annoying. I think there's definitely this female archetype that kind of crops up in media of just an unnecessarily annoying love interest. I think like imagine like Skylar from Breaking Bad, where it's like the wife or the girlfriend is like sort of the villain. Because there's not even really and she's probably the closest thing in this movie to an antagonist. But I don't know. Just kind of what do you guys think of her?
Maybe that was part of the problem. Maybe part of the problem was there wasn't really an antagonist other than like vaguely the government.
But even the government, kind of just a bump in the road. It's not really like
Yeah.
we're taking you down. I think you're right though. I think this movie needed more conflict from somebody. I don't know. It's kind of just like the only conflict was just like she didn't want any part of him, but you kind of knew that was going to happen eventually. It was just like, I mean, it's Travolta.
Yeah, you're not. No one can resist. No one can resist. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, some sort of just like intriguing antagonist or something that maybe like knew something about it. I don't know. It's just like, and then the whole surgery thing. I think it's introduced way too late, and it's also even when they want to perform the surgery, it's not even that outrageous of them because he only has a few like they're gonna maybe save the life of a guy who has like a week left to live. Just like didn't I couldn't.
The stakes feel tremendously low when he finds out that he's got like a week to live.
I feel what do you think about that? We're kind of jumping ahead, but it's just it felt maybe it would have been
It
more
almost
impactful.
contradicts his character a bit that he doesn't like. I felt it contradicted that he doesn't like be like, oh well, this is how I can contribute to the greater good.
Well, I'd rather talk about that later, but yeah, that's an interesting point of discussion. Yeah, God, I don't even know where to go with this movie. What did you think of the chairs? What was the point
They
of
were
all
horrendous.
that?
They look
So
really
ugly.
uncomfortable.
So ugly.
Why? But like I don't. Oh my! I can't even pull up. What was the point of it?
Well, the point. I mean, the point of it was that it was like to demonstrate how much he like cared about her, but it was just kind of silly.
Well, yeah. What did you think? I feel like I don't know, the writer or the director probably thought they popped off with that one dialogue where the doctor's like, "Oh, what's your deal with your wife? Oh, she kicked you out. Like George bought what's her name all the chairs. Like, did you buy any of your wife's chairs? Did you find out what your wife's chairs are?" And like, I get what they're saying, but like, it's just kind of it's kind of weak. I don't know. I think it's a clever point, but the chairs are so dumb looking. And it kind of just
They're horrendous, and it's
Like,
like
it came across to me as like partially because she was so disgusted by it, and like she walks up on his porch and sees that he's got like 20 chairs in his house. It kind of just makes him seem crazy. Like
yeah, it
his
does.
IQ is 300, but he couldn't think of a better place to put all the chairs. It's
yeah, his house is full of these like
it's like
ass
something on The
chairs.
Simpsons. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was wondering like how him, her, or Forrest Whitaker or anybody other than the doctor was making any money in this town.
What do you mean? It's just too small? Or
Well, I mean, her whole business is selling chairs that clearly nobody wants to buy because he's buying all of them, and his
Yeah.
whole business is like it's like supplementing his like mechanic income with farming, but his farm plot is like it's like 30 square feet.
yeah.
And he has like 5 mechanics working for him, and I didn't see any customers the whole movie.
Well, yeah, the one customer that
And
comes in, he uses his expanded brain power to like initiate this like convoluted trade scheme where
Yeah.
he's like, go dig a well and tell that guy to build solar panels on
I
my
don't even
house, and then I'll fix your
I
car.
felt like some of the brain stuff he did wasn't even that impressive. For instance, in that case, he basically makes a deal with maybe 2 or 3 parties involved, and it's seen as like, whoa, this guy's IQ is like 400. And then there's the time where
somebody was like, "Can you name all the presidents backwards?" It's like, what? That's not. I mean, I couldn't do that, but that's also not like genius levels of intellect.
yeah, like an autistic.
You could
10-year-old
train
could
that
do
for
that.
like a few. Somebody could probably do that in like a few days if they
Yeah.
focused on it.
Yeah, it. I sort of feel like some of the writers were kind of dumb because they're like, oh, what would a smart person do? Oh, they could name 26 animals in a minute.
What what's
Yeah.
that you know that like God, I've seen like people put different TV shows and movies on this like graph of like smart people written by dumb people and like dumb
Yeah.
people written by smart people, that kind of thing. This does kind of feel like a smart person written by a dumb person.
I'd agree. So I think the ultimate one.
I mean, it
would be
really
Big
is just
Bang
like
Theory.
it's kind of just like male. It's kind of like the movie's a little bit of just like male fantasy.
It is.
like-
It really is.
It's like he's like the most popular like nice dude in the small town, and like everybody loves him, and then like he just becomes a genius who can like move things with his mind, and that helps him like get the girl and become famous. But obviously there's like bad stuff that happens which makes it feel more of like a Faustian bargain, but like I don't know, it kind of feels like male fantasy almost.
It does. Feels sort of like a 10-year-old's fantasy. Like I want to move stuff. I want to move stuff with
That's
my
what
mind.
I was like this is literally like middle school Travis would probably be thinking about like, man, how cool would it be if like all of a sudden I could just like move things with my mind.
Pretty. Yeah. It's a bit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of wacky.
Yeah, let's see what I wrote down. Let's see what I got in here.
Let's look into the notes. We're almost at an hour, so we'll go a bit more than take a break. Then probably can just finish in the next hour.
Sounds good.
It's not.
Let's see.
I tried to like keep track of the books he was reading, but a lot of them
Yeah.
didn't have covers. That one scene where he's reading a bunch of books on his bed, I thought the list was pretty funny. He had the Kama Sutra, which is
I know what that is.
hilarious.
Yeah.
A Brief History of Time, which I think was about like black holes and creation of the universe or whatever, the Big Bang. He had a
Never.
Calvin and Hobbes book, which is based, and then the rest of them I kind of couldn't make out.
I
But
didn't pay
I think
attention to
I think
any.
it's a good window. It's a good window into like what we were just talking about, like what a what a dumb person would think a smart person would want to be into.
Yeah, just read. I didn't actually pay attention to any of the book titles. So in my head canon, he was just reading nonstop like right wing propaganda, learning about like Agartha and stuff. That's what I. But I don't know. It's just like he learns a bunch of things and then is saying, "Oh, look at all this wacky stuff I know." But it's sort of like, well, I mean, that's cool, but it felt like it didn't really contribute to the plot. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of on a similar note to like what we said about Michael. It's kind of like they have this nice meal sitting in front of them and they just don't really do much with it. They kind
Yeah.
of just leave it out to rot.
It's also
He was just reading Bill O'Reilly books.
he's just reading like Rush Limbaugh books and
Just like brain rot.
yeah, like this was like brain rot before there. It was like boomer brain rot before there was Instagram.
Well, it's just driving him crazy because he's going back and forth between like Bill O'Reilly and like Chris Hayes books.
He's reading Confront Evil by Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah,
For audio.
he's like reading like killing Kennedy and then like a Rachel Maddow book, and he like can't square them in his head.
What do you think he'd be doing? What? Yeah. Do you think he would just be scrolling through TikTok if this movie were made today? Just reading through all the
He'd
4chan
probably be
threads?
making Sora AI videos.
He'd probably, if he was really intelligent, he'd be identifying arbitrage on Kalshi and Polymarket and figuring out a way to get ahead of all the other retards.
Yeah.
I've got some other moments here I wrote down that I liked. There was a line when one of the lady's kids asked, "Why do you hate him?" And she said, "Because I like him." I thought that was honestly like pretty well written and clever.
You think that's like women logic?
I guess so. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty good. I think my favorite part of the movie was he had like a conversation with the G-Man where he was like, "I've got to stay true to myself and can't be doing this like code cracking stuff." And then they go to Berkeley and like blacklist him, which I thought was like that if it had just kept going that way, I think that would have been a pretty good ending. But that was like my favorite part of the movie where I was actually like invested pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he never like butts into that though. It's kind of just the FBI guy says he's done, and then he just bounces off and keeps going another direction. He doesn't really like confront that.
Yeah. I also liked the scene where he like everybody at the bar is like pressing him and he has like a lot of self-doubt and he's like this power should have gone to somebody else who's like a better leader than I am, and he like
I like that
it's
too.
like look at this loser in the mirror, and then the mirror breaks. I thought that was pretty good. But again, it was like a good scene that like wasn't really going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
a lot of good bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
movies-
It's like
a
there
lot
were
of movies
some
do-
scenes where I was like, "Whoa, this is actually kind of good," but then a lot of it, I was like, "Well, it's not really going anywhere, though."
Yeah, I felt like that was my issue, is that it didn't go anywhere. But I did generally just like the idea of somebody. I thought it was like a good exploration in a lot of ways of what it would be like if there was actually a person that just sort of unlocked new abilities and the frustration and all that. I think one of my favorite scenes was when he's at first he's like, "Oh, this is cool. I can read a lot of books and stuff," but then he starts realizing he can move things with his hands, and he gets afraid.
Yeah,
I thought that was like a pretty good depiction of how it starts to verge into scary.
and I guess he can like read minds too, right? Because he like
Sort of,
he kind of read the little boy's mind in a way.
Yeah, he's like a Betazoid from TNG.
It's like he was on OT level 6 or 7, but like
Yeah,
couldn't get to
OT6.
8.
Well, I thought that one scene was kind of funny with he's like trying to find the boy that's sick because he has a 300 IQ yet and he's right in front of a tree fort, but he's like I don't know where he is. And
Yeah,
then
it's like the only place a little boy would go hide.
literally the only place, and then he has this big elaborate show where he moves the poles with his hand. It's just where else could the little boy possibly be?
Yeah, it's like why don't you just like walk up to it and look?
Yeah, yeah. I just felt, yeah, kind of like written by a dumb person is my suspicion. It's just, yeah, it almost feels as if I were to crowdsource a movie and I would just assign 25 different. I would hand out prompts to 25 different people to come up with different ideas. One person comes up with, oh, the FBI. One's like, oh, there's a sick child. There's this and that, and it's just like it's just like a grab bag of stuff.
Yeah,
But I did like all this scenery.
I
Movie was
did
pretty
quite like
successful.
the. What was that?
I was just saying the movie was pretty successful. It made 152 million box
Oh wow,
office.
Jesus, '90s
that's
was the
impressive.
golden era for movies.
We are Charlie. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
All right, we're back. Hour 2 of our review of Phenomenon. I was just requesting a show from Sabrina Carpenter, but I think we're good. Yeah, I don't know. I think we were talking about our favorite parts. Taylor, what was your favorite part?
Oh, I don't know about favorite part, but I
Yeah.
guess in terms of something that I really enjoyed, I really liked the doctor's character.
Yeah, what do we think of Robert Duvall as the Doctor?
I just kind of like the idea of like a small town doctor that kind of has this like paternal instinct over the entire town because he's like the actual town doctor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he kind of gets to that in that like diagnosis scene where he's like, I don't have a son, but I feel like I'm losing, or I've never had kids, but I feel like I'm
Mhm.
losing a son. I
Yeah.
thought that was really sweet, and I just like that general idea, that concept of a small town doctor.
Mhm. I thought his character was good and very sweet, though somewhat incompetent for not ordering a brain scan immediately. But
Well, he
Yes,
mentioned a couple
yeah,
times he wanted to do it, right?
I think so. But I'd be like, come on, dude! Like you're moving things with your mind. We need to take a look. It's just
Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty that is pretty crazy.
pretty dumb. It's like it's been like months. It's just shit, dude. Maybe they could have caught it early.
damn, I was so distracted by you beating me in chess and moving pens that I just totally forgot to book a scan.
The tumors expanded to stage 4, and Robert Duvall's just like, jeez, dude. Jeez. Come on, dude. Yeah, it's
Hey
that's a
Torch,
little
do
weird,
that
but
thing where you spin the pen again.
he's like, it was kind of cool that people have like a whimsical interest when he's moving the pen. I did like the scenes where he was twirling around the pens and stuff. I thought it looked pretty cool, and I like that they were fairly subtle with his powers. They didn't. I guess he does move the poles the one time, but I think it could have gotten very ridiculous with him like moving cars or something. So I like that they kept it small.
Yeah, I think it was a fine line that they had to walk, and I do think they did that pretty well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of running on fumes here, so why don't we just get into the ending, unless anyone has
Well,
anything else.
wait. I got one more thing. It took me
Any
a
random
while.
note?
Yeah,
Uh,
it took me a while to make the connection to what you said earlier, Nick. Just because we just watched this movie.
what?
Um, the
Regardless,
Jesus the the Jesus thing.
yeah,
In that final scene at the fair where he's at his table of books and he gets overwhelmed. Somebody
yeah,
comes out of nowhere with like a kid for him to heal.
yeah.
Um,
You want him to lay on hands.
yeah, that
That's what.
that definitely makes him more like a Jesus figure. So I think there's some points for
Yeah.
that.
Well, no, he's very similar to Jesus because he performs miracles. No one else can. Um, he has like supernatural abilities that nobody else has. And and one of the things in the Bible is and I know we just talked about the Bible a lot yesterday, but there's like the temptation of Jesus in the desert. Let's see if we can pull up some art. Yeah. So there's a story in the Bible where Jesus the devil takes him into the desert and he tempts him 3 times, and basically each time he says, if you really are the Son of God or whatever, then show me your powers. Or do this, or like turn this stone into bread, or perform this miracle, and it felt a bit like that was what it was getting at in
Yeah,
the movie. Like instead of trying to listen to his message, they just want him to perform basically these miracles as like just parlor tricks, like heal my child, or crack this code. They're not really they don't listen to his message about the deeper truths of the universe. Also, what is he even doing in the scene where he is he's with all the books?
I
You
think the
mean those like
library
freak
wanted
show
him
thing?
to.
Well, what is his point? He's like, is he just trying to give a sermon about his message? Imagine if I just went downtown and put him out a table with
Books I've
500
read.
books. I was just like, I'm the smartest person ever. Gather around. Check out this book about Agartha.
Well, he's like, well, and they were like, "What books are you reading?" Oh, mostly like about like farming. And here's one I read about like how to woo a woman.
Yeah,
Everybody's like,
yeah.
"What?"
I like that he like reads about everything because it all is important, but it'd be so funny to set up a table like this in real life somewhere. Just have, yeah, like a huge pile of books and just not even be talking about anything specific. Just it's yeah. I don't know. Oh no, yeah. Any other notes? I do have a few like rapid fire questions.
Yeah,
If we want.
fire away.
That was like all the notable stuff that I wrote down.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this movie was just the nice visuals, which I don't really have too much to say on. I definitely recommend watching the movie just for like the cinematography and the feeling it invokes alone. All right, here rapid fire. Would it have been better if it was actually an alien?
Yes.
What do we think?
No.
All right,
Oh.
debate.
Try to make a case.
That's gonna be
I
good.
don't know. I think it being a tumor just kind of like took the magic out of it a little bit.
I think
Taylor?
Like that's like my whole take.
I think if they had to put aliens in this movie, they would have looked really dumb and they wouldn't have done it well, and it would have been like a Battlefield Earth tier.
What if
Like,
what if it was the Cyclos?
yeah. It's not so that one. I think it doesn't serve the point that he makes that it's all within. Um, and I also think the execution would have been horrendous, and I think it would have been silly.
Well, what if they I don't know if they needed to show the aliens, but just maybe just
I think
imply
that
it.
they maybe they could have done a thing with the government people where they went like, "Oh yeah, we without we can't show you the aliens, but we've got them on Area 51, and they chose you or whatever, and we don't know why, but that's just how it is. I don't know. I don't think.
I just feel like I was sold like something phenomenal. I feel like I was sold something phenomenal. It's called
kind of
phenomenon.
like a tumor is the phenomenon. It's a little dark. There's a phenomenon you
Yeah, I
have
don't
stage
know.
4 cancer. Like,
I thought it'd be like, I don't know. I just kind of like the idea more of like extraterrestrial like intervention to like help
yeah,
John Travolta increase human productivity and happiness more than like, oh, he's just got a giant brain tumor, so he's like he's like savant autistic now.
yeah. I think they
That's-
maybe could have even or you go, Taylor. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think they could even they could even weave it in where maybe like the aliens send him a message, but then they look at his brain or something. They don't see that he actually has like anything, or like they just like awaken parts of his brain that everyone has or something. I don't know. I kind of I don't know if I have a strong opinion either way. I do think aliens would have been kind of cool though. And it's also just such a red herring though, because they spend a lot of time asking about them and the kids are reading UFOs, books about UFOs, and it just never goes anywhere. I did really like the scene though
Yeah,
where
that's
he
what I mean.
Yeah, they do spend a lot of time talking about aliens. I'm trying to think of an example of a film that does that, where it kind of like touches on alien intervention, and it does it in a way that would suit this film. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
I can't picture it, and I guess that doesn't mean I should say it's bad, but I don't know. I can't. I think it could be interesting, but I can't. I don't know. I can't see it.
Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree. Well, at least with you. I did really like the scene where at first I thought it was gonna be dumb, and he was gonna get like beamed up to a ship or something was gonna hit him. But I actually really like how they did like the flash of light when he first sees it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
Where
that was
just
pretty
like
good too.
he just like looks at it and it hits him. I thought that was nice. I also did really like the scene where he just gets really frustrated at night and just runs outside and looks up at the stars and is like, what do you want from me? You know, I thought that was pretty. I
Yeah.
thought that was
Yeah, no,
pretty moving.
I feel like I was sold phenomenal and I got a brain tumor.
Can you name name 26 animals alphabetically? Can you do it?
Alphabetically,
Yeah.
animal or mammal?
Nah, I'm changing it. Name 26 musical artists alphabetically.
Van Gogh.
Okay, that's good enough.
And Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, good.
Music
Good.
in oral music history. Van Gogh, Sabrina Carpenter.
No, yeah, okay. That was one. We're not gonna belabor the point. Okay, so
Wait, and then bonus answer. Whatever guitar artist came up with the like lighthearted twang from this movie.
the whimsical, lighthearted twang. Yeah, that was a little weird. Yeah. Next question. Travis, you probably have the strongest opinion. You might be classified on this, but aliens are they here or not, or is that just Joe Rogan making it up?
Oh, I think they're here.
Mm. Do you think?
Wait a second. Wait. Sorry. Quick side note here. The guy who did the music for this movie
Was it
also
Sabrina
did
Carpenter?
Shawshank Redemption, American Beauty, The Green Mile, Finding Nemo, Wall-E, James Bond, Skyfall. What? How? Wait, this guy's got some like, good chops.
Yeah, this guy's
That
got
twang
some.
was horrible.
Twang was bad. He
Got a
probably
solid resume.
outsourced it to ChatGPT or something.
Yeah.
It's just so. I don't even know if you really needed a whole lot of music in the movie. I felt that the visuals and the scenes were so strong that you could honestly just have most of it be just ambience of the town and nature. I just the music was a
Yeah.
little much. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
soundtrack was definitely a weak point for me. But sorry, I
Yeah.
digress.
Yeah. So you think the aliens are here?
I think so.
Do you think? Do you think they're using? Because I know I've seen a lot of the reports from the Navy about their like crafts and stuff moving in weird ways. Do you think they're using technology, just more advanced technology than we have, or do you think they're operating at like a psychological level and using like their mind? I guess sort of like OT level,
Oh.
like 1,000. Because I've heard theories, I think according to like Jung, that the aliens exist sort of as like a psychological projection or something. Because like how else would you be able to like 90-degree turn going their speeds?
Are you thinking in terms of like what, like how an ant can't perceive us, sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm
You know what I mean?
trying.
But like, I forget where
Yeah,
that
yeah,
comes
like
from.
an
But
ant.
like,
Yeah, like imagine like a fish trying to visualize like a bird outside of water, or yeah, like an ant trying to visualize us. Like they might just have a grasp on something like even beyond like space time and are manipulating it or something.
yeah,
What do you think
it
though?
might be something like that. I feel like they just have really advanced technology, so they can like
Mhm.
remain hidden from us.
I
But
feel like
that's just
I
my
feel
own
like
personal take.
both could probably be true. I feel like it'd be pretty unlikely that there's not another kind of like mid-tier race that could get here by flying saucer, but I think it also, you know, I think it's
Mhm.
also fairly likely that, what Young's point is they're operating on like a higher level of consciousness and are able to
Yeah,
manipulate things
I was
in that
listening to
way.
this one guy basically saying that, and this guy might be crazy, but he was just trying to argue that like space time isn't it really can't be fundamental because there's like something else it exists in that determines it. So the ultimate technology might be to just sort of like dip out of it or something. Um, it's possibly something we can't even visualize because we're just like monkeys. Um, anyway, yeah. So aliens are here. Yeah, I'm willing to believe it. But I was telling Taylor this yesterday. It's like I'm gonna need to see an autopsy if Joe Rogan's gonna go out there claiming that they have a little gray in Area 51. I feel like I'm being teased by Joe Rogan on all these
Oh,
appearances.
gray.
You know the little grays.
Oh, I see now. Googling
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, then here's another question. Do you think people, this sort of goes to this, do you think people ever be able to use like telekinesis like is depicted in this movie?
Yes. If
Okay.
caveat, if we don't go extinct by then.
Okay. Yeah,
I think if we're around for like a few thousand more years, I think high likelihood.
I could see it. What about you, Taylor?
Yeah, I think it definitely is possible.
Yeah, okay. Okay, cool.
Especially if we get Neuralink tuned up.
Mm-hmm.
This never mind. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
What?
maybe.
I was gonna bring up Stranger Things, but I don't want
You trying to bring cringe into this podcast?
to. I'm trying to bring cringe into this
Did you
podcast.
did you watch it?
I sunk costed myself into it. I've watched so much at this point, but I think I have very strong opinions in the negative.
going on, big
I
guy?
think.
In the negative?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the worst season.
I think it's schlock.
I watched season
I think
one.
I think it's jumped the shark. The part for me where I was like, this is just like garbage now, is the fact that instead of demogorgons, they just call them demos, and I was like, this is
Sucks.
bad. This is so bad.
My
Also, the
biggest
scene
my
where
big
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
The scene, the scene where Will like dramatically like wipes the blood off of his nose at the end of that one episode. I was like, this is so this is so extra and cringe.
Yeah. I There's a lot of bad. I really don't like Will at all. But I don't know. I imagine if you took the three of us and you like put like little hats with propellers on us and then made us talk about like the true meaning of friendship and like overcoming bullies and stuff, and then you put that on a movie and you or put that on a TV show and you're like these guys are in 8th grade. And I think
Wait,
that
how old do they claim they are in the newest season
I
now?
think they're in like 8th or 9th grade or
Or they're
something, or
like
like
20
I
years
think they
old
just started
more.
I think they just started high school because it talks
What?
about
yeah,
them starting like high, like Hawkins
they're
High.
like 30.
Millie
Uh,
Bobby Brown is like a grown ass woman.
I think she had a kid too. Like
Yeah.
she's an adult,
Also,
and they all look.
that one little dude has like big hairy hands, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Is it sort of like Grease where Sonny was 50 years old? Like
I just
He's 20.
all of your
The
criticisms, Trav, I completely agree with, and I think that the just simmering of like the fact that they took 20 years to make this show and wrap it up. I think they had no idea what they were doing and where they were going with it, and I think you can really tell.
Lucas Sinclair is 24 years old.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's that's crazy.
hey, fellow kids.
He's supposed to be. Wait, when you go to high school, you're 14, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to
13,
be
14.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, he's supposed to be playing a 14-year-old and he's 24.
God damn.
It's literally like in Greece when they're like actual 40-year-olds.
It's crazy. I can't. But like I said, I've sunk costed myself into watching it.
Mhm.
I feel like I need to finish it at this point just to. I've already sunk like so many hours watching it.
Jonathan Byers is 31.
He looks like shit.
Steve Harrington's 33.
Nick, that's a really nice shirt.
Yeah, there's no size for Travis, but I'm trying to get some for you and me. Anyway,
Wait,
oh yeah,
size
what?
for me.
Trav could
Travis,
fit
I
in a
thought you were like
2XL.
immediate. Yeah, I'll just
Brett
get a
Gel-
2XL.
Brett Gelman's 17.
Well, look,
Love Brett
we got to
Gilman.
talk about.
We really diverged.
We got to talk about Phenomenon. The real phenomenon
I've
the whole
said all I
time
need to say.
was a brain tumor. Also, very classy, Sabrina. Free standard shipping on all orders over $69. All right. Let's wrap this movie up. All right. John Travolta's decision not to do surgery. What did we think of it?
Good.
Yeah, I thought.
True
agree.
to himself.
I agree. I felt like if I watched this movie when I was younger, I'd be like, "Oh, John, you got to get the surgery for the good of humanity." But I like the little speech he gave where he's like, "I'm not my brain, the human spirit. That's the real expedition."
Yeah.
I thought it was nice. Yeah, and then I think you guys had some comments about the ending. And anything in particular? He goes to his love interest house. He eats an apple with the
cringe.
kids.
It was kind of cringe.
Yeah.
He eats
It
And then
really
he like when he dies,
really
he's
fell
like
apart.
he's literally is like, I'm dying.
That felt kind of weak to me. It was so weird.
He literally just like whispered like I'm dying and then like died.
He was like, I'm gonna go now or something, and I felt like it should have been like she wakes up and he's passed. It was just kind of awkward.
Uh, I feel that in the scene where they're laying in bed together, maybe it's just because she's really tiny, but John Travolta looks like he's like 4 people wide when he's laying in bed. He looks
wait till you
really,
see
he
him.
looks really girthy.
Wait till
And
you see him
and
in Hairspray.
but yeah, no, I really didn't like the ending. I kind of through that part, I was like, oh, I really hope he doesn't get the payoff, and that's like the final payoff of like them finally, getting together. Um, and I just like at the end of the day, he just wanted to goon. I don't know, like
Just a
takes
gooner.
away
Yeah.
takes away from his like 400 IQ. Like I have all these ideas, I have all these things to fix, and it's just constant. And then it's like I just really want to goon. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I feel like it says that like it's more about like love and the human spirit than knowing all this stuff, which I kind of liked. But yeah, I just didn't really care for the love interest that much. Well, yeah,
I am glad that he actually died, and they didn't do some like bullshit like they did at the end of Michael, where he
if he
somehow
came back.
is still alive or something.
Somehow John Travolta returned. Yeah, the ending felt
Desperately like was like, oh, this movie can't have like a really happy ending. In terms of, I will say I did like that they panned through the birthday party the following year. I thought that was
I did
really
like
sweet.
that. I
That
did
was
like
nice.
that too. I like that they had the birthday party. That was nice. Any final thoughts, or should we go into our ratings?
No, that's it for me.
All right, a bit shorter discussion, but it is what it's the nature of the film. All right, we'll do our ratings. The scale is flick, movie, film, cinema, kino. I'll go first. I think overall I still like it despite all the problems we ragged on. I'd probably put it right in the middle at like a film. I think it's mostly a nice watch and the visuals are very pleasant. There's overall a good message and a lot of interesting ideas. But yeah, the issues we outlined, I think it could have used another drafter or something. Who wants to go next?
Yeah, I think yeah, I can go quick. I think I would pretty much agree. I'd put it film as well, I think.
Yeah.
Especially again, I'll say I think the first like hour 20 was pretty strong. They just didn't really stick the landing, but I'd still give it a film.
Taylor?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think usually we have these conversations, and I do change my mind a bit. Like we were saying yesterday, Nick, it's
Yeah.
everybody has a different perspective on things, but kind of interesting that it seems like we're all pretty dialed in on this. But yeah, no, I would say film teetering on movie for me. But I would say film. I think it's good, not great. Leaves a lot to be desired, but I think there's also a lot to like.
That's good. Oh wait, we got a message from Dante. I did. He sent me a message directly. He said, "Oh yeah," because I asked him what his rating was. He said this is definitely Kino. It's
Just
it's
kidding. We're not
best
dialed in at all. We're not
It's
dialed
one
in
of the
at all.
best movies I've seen. I wish I could be there to talk about how much I like it. This is Travolta's best performance. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, that's it. Well, we'll see you next time.
What are we doing next episode?
Well, we gotta.
Get our
We're
viewers nice and jazzed
we're
up.
either doing Wild Hogs and Old Dogs or Hairspray. So
Ooh.
either way, it's gonna be a good one. But yeah, I'll stop the recording. Thank you for listening.